Hi everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas. This is day 10 and I'm about to go on a hike with my friend Harper at Elysian, the place I'm always hiking at recently. And the reason why I have some makeup on is because we're gonna take some photos for a brand deal thing that I'm working on. So I figure let's do a hike and also take some cool photos. So I wanted to make sure I look nice. I'm really bad. I tried to do like boxer braids. I never really properly learned how to French braid, so the top looks really bad. I covered it with a hat. I think it's fine. And then I have my blue Buff Bunny workout outfit. But I'm gonna go head to Harper's and pick her up, and then we'll get on to the hike. All right, we're at Dodger Stadium, about to get tested. This is just a routine testing for me. I don't have any symptoms, but I like to get tested every 1 or 2 weeks because I've been going on dates. It's the respectful thing to do. I mean, I've been dating a person and we want to be, you know, chill about it, and just also it's the right thing to do. It puts me at ease, and yeah. So here at Dodger Stadium, after having a great hike, I didn't even mention, I went on the hike with Harper. I was kind of focused on my conversation with her and also taking photos for this campaign that I didn't think to vlog. Plus, you guys have seen me on that hike now a gajillion times. So now I'm just waiting to get tested. I'm very hungry. I cannot wait to eat when I get home. I kind of want a McDonald's hash brown, to be honest. But that has gluten, doesn't it? I don't know. When I eat out, I don't really think about gluten that much, but anyway, I'm gonna sit here and listen to my music until it's my turn to swab my mouth. Good morning, everyone. It is, oh, well, I know why. Okay, so gather your thoughts, Gabi. Wow, it is like 9:20 in the morning. It's the next day. I know that yesterday's vlog was so short, so today is not the same day as yesterday, but I am still gonna give you content and it's gonna count as day 10, all right? So, first of all, this is a new sweater. I got this from the Nadam Black Friday sale. It's a cashmere sweater. It was originally $250, and I think I got it for under $100, but I love it. If you guys, I don't think I've really talked about it on my channel. It would be fun to. I'm not an expert on it, but I have been doing seasonal color palettes in terms of picking out what to wear, and I realize I am cool toned. There's no wonder that I don't look good in like burnt sienna and mustard and everything like that's trendy right now. Yeah, so jewel tones and like stark contrast. Basically, if you look up seasonal color palette quiz, it will tell you the colors that you should be wearing, if, obviously you don't have to, if you want your complexion to really light up. And I feel like my complexion, I look healthy, and I felt like wearing a red lip, and even with a pink sweater, I don't really care. I think it's kind of fun and festive. So anyway, check out seasonal color palette stuff if you're interested in getting some color into your wardrobe and figuring out what it should be. Because I normally would have never bought this, but I actually love it now and I feel beautiful in this color. I'm gonna head to, well, I was thinking of Starbucks, but maybe I'm gonna find a local place because we all need help right now. And I wanna talk about my relationship deal breakers because a couple people have commented asking me what my deal breakers are. So we're gonna talk about deal breakers, red flags, and things that are musts for me. I don't really have a list, but we'll just chat. So I'm gonna go find a place to get coffee or a hot drink, decaf, and then we'll start chatting. Definitely need a warm drink to help kickstart my day. I'm a little tired today and I've got to get a lot of work done. So, vámonos. All right, I ended up coming to Starbucks because there's a drive-through, and a lot of the other places that I looked up are either closed or they just have like normal coffee, and since I'm not drinking caffeinated coffee, I like to have a nice sweet drink, and I like my chestnut praline latte. So let's get into this. I hope you don't mind my turn signal kind of clicking, but okay, my deal breakers right off the bat. Also, I would like to say, if you take this personally, you need to not. This does not mean that anyone who has these qualities doesn't deserve love, or that I look down on them, or that, you know, I don't think that they deserve a wonderful life and to find a partner, but that partner is not me. I will also say that in the past year, I have had a major mindset shift after coming off of a very brief relationship, if you even want to call it that, entanglement with someone this time last year, that really caused me to look at myself and the partners that I choose, why I'm attracting these partners, why I put up with them, why I put up with such behavior and treatment, blah, blah, blah. Also, it's not about Gio. I'm just gonna say, for the last time, I am getting a little impatient because it's just like, I'm obviously not answering these comments with details. I will never give the details of the breakup between me and Gio. It happened almost 2 years ago. He's not been on my Instagram or on my YouTube for 2 years, besides the music that we make together. I understand I shared him on my channel. I understand people liked him, but I am just not wanting to open the dialogue to do a whole video where people are gonna go, oh no, why? It's not helpful when people do that, and I actually find it kind of rude and insensitive. Like when people get a divorce and it's like, no, but you guys were my favorite. You were mommy and daddy. Literally, y'all don't know anything about what was going on in the relationship. Clearly, it just kind of gets to me because, yes, I am on social media, but when people try to pry or they feel entitled to details around a subject that makes me emotional, or that probably you can assume a breakup caused me pain, how are you just gonna candidly ask me about it and not even take into consideration that I might be hurting or that I might wanna keep it private? I don't know. Some people think that social media people have a responsibility to tell everything, and I just don't. And if you disagree, then you disagree, but this is my channel. So that's all I'm gonna say. I am obviously not with anyone right now. He's living his life, I'm living mine. The chapter has closed. It's sad, of course, yeah, because it's not how we thought things were gonna go, but life has to go on. So anyway, that was kind of a tangent, but yeah, I've just been seeing a lot of comments, and I'm like, obviously if I'm going on a first date, I'm single, so deduce what you can, and the other details will always be private, because I respect our relationship and everything that went down, and also the chapter is closed. I'm not gonna rehash that. So anyway, let's talk about deal breakers, okay? Yeah, I had a big mindset shift in the past year after coming out of this just heinous entanglement. And while I was in it, or right after it ended, I thought to myself, how did I get here? You know, I thought I was past, you know, my relationship with Gio was so healthy for the most part and so wonderful. And I was like, oh, finally I know what it's like to date somebody kind and lovely. And then I just completely, I don't know if I want to call it downgrade, or I don't know what it's, I don't know what, but it's all a lesson. And that person, you know, I truly wish them the best, but I want to say that should have never happened, but I don't know. Anyway, so I decided to have a mindset shift. I started doing a ton of personal work. I read a lot of books. I journaled. I talked to my therapist about my dating woes. You know, all different kinds of things. And somewhere I heard this, I don't want to say that I trademarked this, but I heard that people need to come fully assembled. And you know, when I was in high school and college and in my early 20s, I was not dating people who were fully assembled. And I didn't care, because it's not that I feel that there's a time crunch on me, but it's just like I take myself more seriously, you know? I'm so comfortable being alone that I would rather be alone than with someone who brings complication to my life or doesn't make me happy. So yeah, I started really examining what I look for in a partner, what I'm expecting out of that. I mean, we can't live a fantasy, right? But what my ideal partner, what kind of qualities do they have? And am I looking for that in people that I'm dating? Because it's the same thing when you think about one day I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I'm gonna have a yacht, da, da, da. Well, what are you doing today to get there? Because it's not gonna fall into your lap. It's just not. So it's the same thing as dating takes considering what you want and dating people that fit that, and then also putting yourself out there. A lot of people think you can't, you know, make a list and tick it off. People aren't like that. Kind of they are, actually. And a lot of therapists, including mine, recommend making a list of priorities in a relationship, qualities that you look for. It doesn't mean that they have to fit everyone, but it helps you envision. And for me, I had 5 wants and 5 needs. So obviously, for example, I mean, for me, height is not really a big problem. I have dated some short kings. But, you know, if one of your wants is someone over 6 foot, sure. But if someone's over 6 foot and is verbally abusive, or someone's over 6 foot and is completely a disaster with their finances, I mean, what are you gonna... The over 6 foot would probably be a want, not a need. Okay, so if I think about my deal breakers, right off the bat, I don't date addicts. And that might be, I know maybe some people are gonna get upset about that or whatever. Is this guy literally watching me vlog and chuckling? I don't know, maybe I'm taking it too personally. I don't date addicts, and I have a lot of addiction in both sides of my family. I have dated addicts before, and I'm not doing it again. Okay, we have the goods, the chestnut praline latte. Also, they gave me a free air freshener. It's a peppermint mocha air freshener. That was so nice. The person at the window was so sweet and friendly. So that's always great to have some fun human interaction at the drive-thru. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's not. So if you have an addiction problem, that's gonna be a deal breaker. I just have seen what it does to, do I have lipstick on my face? No. I just have seen what it does to relationships and families, and yeah, I don't know why I feel like I have to explain it, because it's like, it doesn't affect anyone else except me. So yeah, that's a deal breaker for me. I also just want to say in the middle of this, I saw a hummingbird. I want to say thank you to you for the kind, wonderful response to my video yesterday where I talked about my pansexuality and how I knew I was pan and things like that. There are a couple little comments that are definitely kind of invalidating, like you're making it more complicated, or why do you need labels, or, well, you know, somebody telling me that I'm in the closet, and I'm like, I literally just put out a video to 116,000 subscribers. My mom sees all my stories about being, I don't know. I love when people try to disguise insults as like being sweet. I don't know, I'm just like, babes, aren't we at the point where people don't have to come out anyway? Like, aren't we at the past the point of telling people like that they're in the closet? Straight people don't have to come out as hetero, like, whatever. Anyway, thank you for the kind response, and so many of you are sharing your stories and your experiences, and that is so awesome, and I'm so glad that I've opened up that dialogue on my channel and on my social media in general. It took a while, you know, it's hard. People are not so nice on the internet, but it feels really good, and I feel like the more I share about myself, the parts that make me me, the more my community is, the closer I feel to my community, because I feel like you guys know me better, and I'm attracting people who are like-minded and maybe relate to me, so that's really cool. Thank you. You just are the best. Just the best. Oh, that's good. Okay, so another deal breaker is verbally, physically, emotionally abusive. These are kind of like givens, but you wouldn't think so with some of my track record, and just, you know, it's easy, it's harder, easier said than done. But I'm a lot more aware of red flags now, and I thank some of my really dysfunctional relationships for waking me up to that. So yeah, if someone has an anger problem, anger management issue, that's a deal breaker. I had somebody say it to my face, like, you know, before you date me, you should know that I yell when I'm angry and I have an anger issue. And I just said, no, you're not gonna be yelling at me. Thinking, and he was like, okay, well, we'll see. He yelled at me, and that's one of the reasons we broke up. He did exactly what he said. Like, believe people, right? Believe people. And don't expect them to change. Imagine that they never changed from who they were today. Would you be okay with it? That's how I'm very brutal when it comes to that stuff. I'm so happy and at peace being alone that people who come into my life need to bring peace for the most part. I mean, if you're giving me all this trouble and stress and I don't even love you yet, what the heck is going on? So those are a deal breaker. You're not gonna yell at me, you're not gonna have anger issues and be with me. My camera's about to die, so let me think of one more before I get home and change my battery. Oh, this might be controversial, I don't care. If your finances are a mess, no, I'm not dating you at this point. I know how it feels to date people whose finances are not together. I know the stress of finance. I put a lot of thought into managing my own personal finance. I cannot be somebody's financial coach. I cannot handle, you know, it's different if we're together and then there's like, you know, quarantine happens and you lose your job and things like that. But if you come to me and you are just like a mess with your money and you're a spendthrift and you have nothing together, and I'm dating adults, I'm dating adult men, I don't date people younger than me, so that's gonna be a problem, because that's not a foundation that I can build on, and it's also not attractive. So I don't care what anybody says, that's big for me. Again, I'm already stressed by my own personal finances. I'm not gonna add to that by trying to get stressed about yours if you can't handle your money. Or if you choose not to have a job. It's different in times like this. I'm saying people who literally just are fine with not work, they don't push themselves. Yeah, no. But that also is attraction. Not only is that a deal breaker, but I just won't be attracted to you. So I'm gonna drive home and then we'll continue this. Okay, no, before I forget, and I know my camera's gonna die, I know people are gonna get mad. Some guys are gonna be like, this is the problem with women, they just need a man for money. No, babes, everyone wants someone financially stable. And also, I'm not considering dating you, so you're fine. You're off the hook if you wanna be broke. And there's already a big enough wage gap between men and women, so if I have my finances together and you don't, or if I'm making an effort to make it happen and you don't, and you're a man, a white man, especially in this world, honey, no, next. Stingy, cheap people. You don't have to be rich. I don't know if I've ever really dated anybody rich, but maybe. But don't be cheap. All right, I'm back home. Cheap people. Cheap is not the same thing as like frugal or being smart with your money. Cheap is not... cheap is having a scarcity mindset surrounding money. And it's not so much of a deal breaker as it is just unattractive. I just am not attracted to cheap people. For example, if you invite me on a date, right? This is, similar situation has happened to me and I had to buy. If you invite me on a date and it's, let's say it's to a bar and we're gonna go dancing. And then you say, by the way, don't expect any drinks out of me tonight because, you know, I'm not about to buy drinks tonight. When this happened to me, I wasn't in the position where I expected the person to buy me drinks. Now, yeah, I mean, if you invite me on a date, get me a drink or two. Come on, be a gentleman. But at that point I was like, well, I can get my own drinks anyway. But it was the principle of saying, of planning a date in a place where people get drinks and then saying, don't expect any drinks out of me. It made me feel not special. It made me feel not valued. And it made me think, why did you not choose a different date where you wouldn't have to spend money then? I'm happy to go on a date where you don't have to spend money. It's not about how much money you spend. It's don't set yourself up to look cheap. Have some pride. I don't know. And that was very, very unattractive to me. So yeah, cheap people. Another big one is, we have to have the same political views, or, you know, we have to align, because especially in this day and age, political views are moral. To me, it's moral and ethical. So we need to have the same heart. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to someone so wonderful who was so hot and so funny, and unfortunately I had to I got a sense that maybe we were not on the same page politically, and I was like, can you please, I need you to say verbally, I know this is weird, but I need you to say that you do not support Donald Trump or MAGA or Tomi Lahren, people, I need you to say that. And this person, unfortunately, was, you know, I don't want to make assumptions, but basically the person was like, I stay out of politics. And even that, I'm like, oh, okay, bye. You know, what I'm hoping for is, oh my God, no, Donald, what? No. So yeah, that's a deal breaker. And just being a bigot, being ignorant, being homophobic, fatphobic, saying the R word, that'll turn me off, saying the N word when you shouldn't, anything like that, you know? But I feel like that's, come on, that's gotta be basic. So anyway, let's talk about some green flags, and then I'll give you today my 5 wants and my 5 needs for a partner. And I suggest you do the same. It's a fun activity. Actually, I would love if you commented down below 5 wants and 5 needs for a partner. This is a great way to manifest as well, because I think it works. So some green flags for me are, and I'm sure I'm missing a couple deal breakers, but I don't want to be too negative, you know, but people did ask, would you date a guy with a kid or an older man? I date older guys. Not older, but everyone I'm dating is, you know, everyone that currently that I've been dating is over 30, in their mid 30s, early mid 30s, and even later. So I don't have a problem with age. It's more just about like, do our life plans align? And then a guy with a kid, I've never encountered that. Maybe I would. My brother has a daughter, Isabella, and he's dated since he's been divorced. And she's a wonderful young lady. And I, you know, if a partner had a child like Isabella, sign me up, you know? So it really just depends. But I'm not really picky about life circumstances. You know, we all come from different experiences. So some green flags for me are consistency. I love consistency. I need consistency. Hot and cold, or all in and then all out, the ghosting and coming back, no. Consideration of my space and time. Don't text me if you want to see me that night. Don't text me day of. Text me 4 or 5 days before. Because don't assume that I'm not busy. Or if you make excuses, you flake on me and you say you're busy. I'm sorry, I just got so busy. I'm so busy. I'm busy too. So please don't forget, I'm very busy. I make time like everyone else, like Barack Obama and Michelle. I make time for what's important to me, even though I'm busy. So yeah, and also respect of my space. When people stay too long, you know, when you have like a sleepover with someone you're dating and then they end up staying for 4 days and it's like, do you not think I have something else to do? And again, that's on me to say next time, like, hey, I need to get some work done, so I'm gonna have to call this. But it would be great to have a partner who didn't need me to do that, to tell them to get out of my house, you know? Yeah, just be considerate of my space and time. Just treat me the way that you'd want to be, you know, just treat me like an equal to you, not just like a woman who has nothing to do with her life and is waiting with bated breath for you to call. Absolutely not. Thoughtfulness, that's the other green flag. You know, my dad is one of the most thoughtful people, if not the most thoughtful person that I know. And I seek that in my friends, and I seek that in my relationships, and I have an expectation for that. For example, thoughtfulness and a generous heart. Thoughtfulness is something my dad would do is if I were home, you know, visiting Chicago, and I'm like, oh, why did I get these stupid fingerless gloves trying to be cool? And now my hands are freezing here in Chicago. The next day, or in 2 hours, on my bed or on, you know, on the kitchen table would be a new pair of mittens. He's just thoughtful. He listens. He's this way with everyone. And that extends to the way that he interacts with people that he works with. If ever my parents like have people working on their house or plumbers or things like that, my dad always goes above and beyond with how he treats them and pays them and communicates with them. And that's something I also look for, is a respect for everybody that you come into contact with, and that you treat them with kindness. Patience is a wonderful green flag. Pacing is a good green flag. I am like, you know, that's wise men say only fools rush in. Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. I mean, yes, there are some rare circumstances where people are like, yeah, da, 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 da. Like, unless you're married for a long time, don't even tell me that. Because I've been in the scenarios where it's like, yeah, and we said I love you, like the second date, and it was a whirlwind. And where is that relationship? So I believe that those things can happen, but in general, when people are pushing the pace, they're trying to get you to commit ASAP. They're trying to get you to delete your dating apps. They're trying to get you to see them all the time. That's a red flag. That's isolating. So people who move at a good pace, who know how to take their space from you, it's very healthy, and it's also very attractive, because distance makes the heart grow fonder. So let's talk about 5 wants and 5 needs for my future partner, or a partner, you know, that I want. Okay, so my 5 wants would be, well, it depends, because I'm pan, but if I'm talking about a guy, I would like them to be over 5'10". That would be cool. I've never dated anyone over 6 foot. I've never dated anyone 6 foot. So, you know, it's not a huge deal for me, but at this point I realize guys that are around 5'10", 5'11", I like the vibe. So over 5'10" would be nice. It would be lovely if they spoke another language or had a deep cultural connection. That's very, very attractive to me. I love a strong cultural connection, and I love polyglots. Oh, another want would be great style. The person really knows how to dress well, you know, how to do their hair, they smell good. You know, hygiene is different. Hygiene is like a given, you have to have hygiene. But I would love someone who has a great sense of style. That's always attractive to me. I want someone who has a job that's interesting to me, because that's a lot of the conversations that come up. One of my also deal breakers or green flags. A green flag is when someone loves their job. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be your life passion. You can have hobbies and side things that you like more, but I will not date someone who hates their job and who's miserable. I just, speaking from experience, like, I just won't do it. If you're miserable with any part of your life, you gotta fix that and then come to me, because I can't bring misery into my life, I can't. So someone who has a really interesting job would be cool. Someone I can talk to about work. What else? Oh, someone who's physically active and fit. So it's less about appearance, because obviously fit bodies are all shapes and all sizes, but it's more just about someone who works out a lot. It's very, very attractive. Or not works out a lot, but regularly and is strong. That's really attractive. So it's not a need, because there are things that are more important. And I've dated a lot of musicians in my time, and a lot of musicians don't like to work out. So it's not a deal breaker, but it is a want, because I like to work out and I like to be physical with people. Like, I think it's my fire energy. My Leo likes that little bit of competition, and going to the gym with someone is super attractive. I don't know why. I guess I get to show off a little bit. And then my last want, if I'm being honest, I do like to be spoiled. So somebody who likes to spoil, somebody who likes the finer things in life. It's not a need, because I know not everybody's like that, but it would be really attractive to meet somebody who loves to go out to very nice restaurants, who would take me shopping. I know that it sounds like I want a sugar daddy, but that's not the case at all. I want love and I want connection, but I am someone who loves the finer things in life, and I love to spoil my partners. And so that type of spirit is very attractive to me. And that, you know, going on vacations together and really trying to build toward a sort of luxurious lifestyle, I would like. So that's the truth. My 5 needs are generosity, empathy, a bangin' sense of humor. I need, some people that might be a want, I need humorous connection, because that is the basis of my attraction to you. I need a genuine humorous connection, not where I'm like, I need you to be able to put me in stitches laughing. Not everybody's that way, but it's hugely important to me. So that is a big need. Do I need to say that I need to be attracted to you? I mean, obviously, like, physically attractive to me, but I need you to be, oh yeah, open-minded and loving in terms of, yeah, like your political views, your moral and ethical views, how you treat others, be accepting. And then the last, oh, loyal, absolutely. It doesn't go for just like, you know, not being shady. It's just, I want you to have a strong loyalty to me and to our relationship, and approach that with integrity. Yeah, I think I probably have more, but that's just what I'm thinking about right now. So yeah, leave your 5 wants and your 5 needs down below, because I also think it gives people great ideas to, you know, in terms of like, keep that in the back of your mind and see if the people you're dating fit that. Because if they're not, how do you expect to get to that final goal of being in that great relationship? So I'm gonna go. This was day 10. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not already subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Mwah! Bye guys.